told you all I was a Democrat? I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a poor person. I'm poor.
If you didn't vote for Kamala Harris, you're directly responsible for every single fucking death that has happened, both in Gaza and here in the United States. Period. End of story.
So just to be clear here, guys, what this guy's convinced of is that if Kamala Harris had won the election and not Donald Trump, there would have been no more deaths in Gaza as of that day, and nobody else in the United States would have died. People that are Trump supporters are to blame for every other single death that's taken place since the date of election. Nobody else would have died if Kamala Harris was the president. I swear, you liberals claim and boast every single day about how stupid Trump supporters are and how intelligent liberals are. And, you know, maybe we should get educated. Maybe we should pick up a book and read and like learn some history and whatnot. Yet you guys prove pretty much well on a daily basis when you guys get in front of your cameras and you hit that record button that you're really as dumb as a box of rocks.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy about all the new followers, but I will say if you're a white person and you don't like addressing the fact that statistically, foundationally, and historically, white people are not good people, you shouldn't be here. Because, like, talking about the universe and all that, that's cool and all, but I really like to talk about the system, colonialism and imperialism, and hold you bitches accountable. So, if you feel like your neck is being stepped on, it is. You're welcome. And if that bothers you, leave. I don't give a fuck how you feel. So thank you for the new followers, but also if you're a white person, tread lightly because you're not treated as equal on this page. Yeah, no. Watch yourself and your opinions. Really think before you speak because I'm going to give it to you.
A quick, very important update on SNAP benefits being taken away. If you've never experienced hunger, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's all. Donate to your local food banks.
Yeah, I told y'all, with or without EBT, me and mine gonna eat.
Clock it. Of course we gonna eat.
On cuz now. We gonna eat.
I'm so sick of waking up every single morning and going, he can't just do that. And he just does it. If your response to people losing their food stamps is,
Sucks for you. Get a better job. You're a lazy freeloader.
fuck you. Fuck you from the very bottom of my heart, you soulless piece of garbage.
Just to be clear here, from what I've seen, I've not seen anybody getting online and making videos making fun of people that are going to lose their food stamps. I do see people that have been responding to videos of very self-entitled, unappreciative young individuals that are able-bodied, that can get out there and work, that boldly claim, and they're very proud of it, why would I go work when the government will just take care of me? I live better than most of you people that are working a full-time job. For me to go out and live your taxpayer life, I must be an idiot to do so. So to the individuals that are getting government benefits who have that attitude, who are completely capable of getting up and getting out and getting a job to contribute to society like all the working people, you know, the reason why these people have food stamps in the first place, those tax dollars, if somebody's able to contribute on that side of the field, that's where they should be. If they just want to sit at home and take advantage of the system, which is also taking advantage of the American people and the average taxpayer, those people are undeserving of government benefits from the first place. So if those are the ones that you're talking about that are getting laughed at, I can't really go against it. Those people actually kind of deserve to get off their ass, go get a job. They don't deserve the government benefits. The single moms with the kids that they have no choice, they can't get to work, no problem. Those people should totally be covered. People that have disabilities, no problem. Those people should totally be covered. But again, what I said, from what I've seen, and I've watched a lot of these EBT videos now, I don't see people making fun of people's misfortunes. I see people that are making fun of people that don't deserve to have the benefits in the first place.
People, my people, I wish we stopped crying about this motherfucking EBT card. At the end of the day, they trying to see is we gonna stick together. And we are gonna stick together. Fucking November 3rd, at 6:30, we're going to Walmart. We're going to fucking Walmart. And at 7:30, we're going to walk out of Walmart with our fucking buggies, okay? The thing is, they can catch everybody. You feel me? All you gotta do is run, Forrest, run, okay? We have to stick to fucking together. It don't even matter. As long as we gonna have everything we need for Thanksgiving, that's all that fucking matters, bitch. Run, Forrest, run. Remember, put it in your calendar. November 3rd, 6:30 to 7:30. You better be running up that motherfucking.
People frequently claim that immigrants and poor black families are living off the system. They're on welfare. They're mooching. But here is the truth. The majority of people on public assistance in the United States of America are white.
It's baffling to me that some people feel like other people need to earn food.
Not on my tax dollars. Nope. Me.
Like, it's baffling, completely, utterly baffling to me.
Why is every single man that I'm attracted to a Republican?
Listen, if you think it's funny that millions of people are going to have to go without food because there are no food stamps right now due to the government shutdown, then just go ahead and unfollow me, because I want nothing to do with you. Despite what some of you might think, not everyone is a moocher who's just trying to cheat the system. We have a lot of disabled people and elderly people who are on SNAP and rely on those benefits to put food on their table. Nothing about this is funny.
You know what she's saying is totally true here. Nobody should be making fun of anybody else's misfortune, but what she's doing here is she's virtual signaling. The reason why I say this is I've seen this on TikTok a lot. You know, these people get in front of a camera all proud saying, if you feel this way about something and you feel that way about something, just unfollow me immediately. Let's be honest here. Anybody that's following this girl has her same ideology, has her same worldview, so they all agree with her. Nobody's gonna unfollow her. Why would you have somebody from the opposite side of the field following you? It's just a reason to jump in front of a camera and look like a good person.
Good morning. I hear that most of you watch these without sound. That's interesting. So I guess I'll have to give you my fuck captions this morning, because I want to say fuck. I want to say fuck as much as I fucking can in this fucking video. Fuck this thing. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck the orange. This fucking orange is renting the White House. And this fucking orange called a bulldozer to take half of it down. What the fuck is going on in this country? Get this fucking thing out of my house.
Hey, if you see food getting stolen this holiday season, no you didn't. And if you see a big hairy dude like me being a giant distraction so families can steal more food, no you didn't. No family should go hungry this holiday season. Especially with benefits being taken away, it's absolute bullshit. So if you do see me being a giant distraction, I advise you to join in so we can have them steal more food.
Y'all, if I see one person, just one person, in November, when the SNAP benefits go away, steal food in any kind of grocery store, you know what I'm going to do?
They are actively tearing down part of the White House, and you guys are still supporting him. President, tear down White House. White House, historical monument.
Seems like this is a new trend that the liberals have been doing. When they speak to MAGA, they want to speak really slow because apparently we're dumb and we can't really understand things, so they speak to us like we're Neanderthals. Yet they never seem to have any of their facts straight. Trump is actually the 5th president in history of the United States that has had major renovations done to the White House that has required some form of demolition. So for quick history, I put together a little list here that I'm just going to run down real quick. You got the West Wing construction in 1902 by Theodore Roosevelt, East Wing addition in 1942 by Franklin D. Roosevelt. Interior gutting of the whole main part of the house, the whole center part of the house. Apparently it had weak structural issues. They had to gut out the whole entire thing and just leave the outer shell of it between 1948 and 1952. Harry S. Truman. And then the press briefing room in 1970 by Richard Nixon. They gutted away the swimming pool that was there for FDR's therapy or whatnot. There was demolition at the White House in the past, but because it's Donald Trump doing it, he's tearing down a historical building. Yet, these other presidents, they didn't seem to have a problem with any of that happening in the past. Of course, they just choose to ignore that this never happened in the past, and that Donald Trump is the first ever president to demolish anything in the White House. Because why not, right? Anytime that they have a chance to try and smear Donald Trump, they're gonna jump on it and take advantage of it. But let's just stop and be honest here for a minute. You liberals have been in front of cameras several times now, talking about how MAGA needs to be educated. I mean, look how this young lady just spoke to us, like we're Neanderthals, like we have no education. But you liberals are so highly educated. You guys always tell us, pick up a book, read a history book. I find it hard to believe, with your education that you all have and how smart you guys all are with your critical thinking, that you weren't aware of these 4 different times in presidential history about major renovations being done in the White House where demolition was involved. Very sure that you guys knew this already, but what you were counting on is the uneducated MAGA people not knowing any better, right?
Do people think I really care if the ballroom is privately funded versus publicly funded when we are sitting here as when we have a homeless population that is higher than most? If you go walk down on Skid Row, you go tell me we need a ballroom. Go tell me those people need a ballroom. Republicans are so far removed from what actual reality is. You guys want a ballroom rather than help feeding our own homeless population on Skid Row.
We out here, you heard? November around the corner. We ain't getting no stamps. Guess what? We gonna rack up. Supermarkets, we gonna rack up. Go to Kmart, we gonna rack up. Target, rack up. That's it. We getting our groceries for free. Fuck it. Who with it? Bam!
Got ice out in the streets today, folks. Here in Irving Park and Avondale, they're dropping tear gas canisters. They're snatching people off the streets. Stay safe. Join your rapid response network. Collaborate with your neighbors. We got free whistles all day. I don't know if these ice guys notice, but when the dust all settles, we're going to do a Nuremberg. Okay, we're going to get out there. We're going to do a Nuremberg. Okay, bye.
The amount of white people that dare to tell me that there is no reason for white people to feel guilty because they weren't directly involved with slavery, when every single one of them, especially the ones who dare to comment some dumbass shit like that on my posts, just proves how racist you actually are. All of the people that think that they're not a part of it, that don't contribute, are much bigger contributors than someone that openly speaks about feeling empathy for others and feeling guilt as a white person in America who has contributed to systemic racism just by being born into the system. It's not something that I asked for, it's something that I became aware of. And all of the people that come on here and say that white people don't have a reason to feel guilty, I mean, all you're doing is snitching on yourself. Because you're way more racist than you actually think. Because otherwise you wouldn't be commenting stuff like that. You wouldn't be taking time out of your day to comment on my post. You trying to convince yourself that you don't contribute. You trying to convince yourself that you're not part of the problem. But honey, you are the problem. Because the sooner that every white person can take a deep look at themselves, take a deep look at those around them, then things can start to get better. But until then, every white person that says that they don't have a reason to feel guilty, you're just ignorant. Time to open your eyes.
So for all of us white people that claim we don't have a reason to feel guilty because we weren't around during the slavery days, majority of the black people that are alive on this planet now are not around in the slavery days, but we should still feel guilty and they should still feel like, hey, our guilt is owed towards them and that white people owe them something for something that neither one of our generations have lived through. And I'm 50 years old, so there's a whole younger generation under me as well that had nothing to do with slavery. And again, really want to stress out, there's really not many black people left alive on the planet now that have lived through these slave times either. Yet you have white liberal women, that's who it always is. It's always the white liberal women that want to jump in front of cameras and lecture you that it's systemic racism, that you were born a racist because of the color of your skin. Now, not to be harsh here, but do you not realize just how silly and stupid you sound and just how easy it was to propagandize? You really think about this. You're a grown woman, and it's to the point where you feel comfortable getting in front of a camera and lecturing the white civilization about how racist they are because they were born white. And the only way to not be systemically racist is to be aware that you're racist. And then the best part is this. All the people that openly think that they do not contribute towards racism because they're really not concerned with it. They don't feel like they're racist at all. They just, you know, people are people. Just so happens we have different skin color, but we're all human. But if you're one of those people that just think that you don't contribute towards racism at all, you're actually contributing to racism more than somebody who is openly empathetic and feels pity for people that have a darker skin tone. So what she's saying here, this is really the funny part about it. What she's telling us there, if you read in between the lines, is that she, as a white person, is a better white person than somebody like me. She's better than I am, and she's better than a lot of other white people out there. Isn't that kind of racist in itself? Should any human really be able to sit there and look down at everybody else saying, hey, I'm better than you? I don't know, am I wrong? To me, that just sounds completely racist. I never thought I would see the day, and you know, there's a lot of things that are going on in society nowadays that are just whacked out and crazy, but I never really thought I would see the day where white people are racist towards white people. And not saying they should be racist towards anybody else. I thought we got rid of all this racism bullshit a while ago, but it's coming back, and look who's bringing it back. It's coming back from the liberal side, it's coming back from the Democrat side, and it's really being pushed out there by the white liberal woman trying to virtue signal and act as if they're all heroic and empathetic towards people that have a different skin color than them, but all they're doing is taking a plant that you call racism and watering the shit out of it every single day. And they're happy with its existence. They're happy thinking that they're worth less than every other culture of human beings on the planet. They're worth less, but she really wants to let you know that she's worth more than you are if you don't think the way that she does. And you know, really, like when it comes to somebody like myself, say for instance, because I don't align with her, I'm not sitting there saying, hey, I owe people of other cultures because generations before me were racist assholes, but you know what? I gotta pick up the weight now and pretty much will accept that I'm systemically racist. You know, it's not my fault. I don't wanna be racist, but systemically I'm racist. Yet, I'm a white man with a black son, but somehow I'm racist. It's become clear and evident at this point in time in the year 2025 that there's not really much more toxic for an environment or for a civilization than liberal white women. So for any countries out there that perhaps want to try and destroy your country from within, just import some liberal white women and they'll take care of the rest for you.
The Trump administration used $300 million of tariff revenue to fund the WIC program. The Trump administration also authorized the payment of payroll to the military. Even in the midst of this government shutdown, he's making sure that people are taken care of. That sounds like what I voted for. But you all voted for Democrats. Democrats who would shut the government down, have children go without food, have our military go without pay, have federal workers go without pay. That's the person, the people that you voted for. So you might want to kind of look at your own side of things at this point and ask yourself, which one of us actually voted for the monsters? Which one of us actually voted for bad people? Because time and time again, it's looking like the Democrats are consistently on the wrong side of every situation. They don't want to protect women from illegal aliens raping them. They don't want to protect children from being in locker rooms and bathrooms with grown adult men. They don't want to protect women from having trans whatever you want to call them, because they're not trans women to me. They're just people who have decided to dwell in gender dysphoria. They want those people to override our rights. Every single time, the Democrats get it wrong. But thank you, President Trump, for making sure that the WIC program was funded. Oh, with the tariff revenue that people said wouldn't work. But you were able to use $300 million of tariff revenue to even fund WIC. Wow. What a win for the American people. I'm so glad we were able to be on the right side of history with you.